Hey guys, this is the first time I have streamed anything on YouTube, so this is a test. This is the very first test, and we'll see we'll see how it goes. We have tried Instagram streaming, and we've also streamed on the Facebook page, but we've never streamed live on YouTube. So we're gonna see how it goes, and hopefully I can see your comments. Oh, hey, there's Blake. All right, I can see you guys' comments. See, I'm a YouTube live streaming newbie. Today, let's see, I want to touch base on a couple of things. The dog who's trying to make a getaway. And I want to talk about two things. I'm packing for a trip, so I thought it might be cool just to say, hey, this is my gear. This is how I pack for a trip. And then the second thing is about this past week we've had and where we're going forward. So hold on, I'm gonna put the dog in the house so I don't have to worry about him because he's so small. A hawk might swoop down and take him away. Hold on, good boy. Sit. Good boy, let's go. All right, getting ready for a trip, and we pretty much got the gear organized, but now I'm taking a little bit more time to take everything apart and put it back together. So I have my 3 cases. They're divided up into my dry goods, my camp kitchen supplies, and then chairs and tables, miscellaneous. So I always pack 3 cases. I have a list that, I go through to make sure that I have everything. We maintain a constant list. We always update it. But I'm pretty good. It's been a little while since we've gone out, so I just want to check everything, make sure it's A-okay. This last week has been really interesting for Overland Bound. You guys know, if you follow us at all, we've been growing quite rapidly, faster than we have expected. And so, in addition to keeping up with that, this last week was part of the behind the scenes is, how to administer, how to support the community in a way that makes sense. Hi Blake. And so that includes a number of different things. We recently learned we've got Facebook groups, Overland Bound, Facebook groups sort of sprouting out everywhere. And so we've been talking to the folks that have started the Facebook groups to see how we can support them. Of course, you guys can imagine, everything with the Overland Bound name on it, it stands for what we represent. So we want to have close contact with those guys. We've got some exciting things. We're going to start branching out into regions. The community has really told us that that's required at this point because local folks need to be able to get together. So not only are we going to figure out how to support local regions, have representatives in those areas, but we'll also support them in other ways. We've got cool patches. Maybe we can figure out a way to support the East Coast. And hey, Ireland, to support you guys in local regions. The way we think about regions is not in a 200-mile radius kind of thing, because we're overlanders, right? We travel long distance. I know it's different around the country, but one region might be Queensland, Australia, right? Because that's a big chunk of that continent. And, you can imagine it's within a day's journey, a couple of days' journey. It's within reach. So here in the United States, we'll do Midwest region, Southeast, East, North, Northwest, West. We have about 7 regions in the United States, and we've divided up the forums to talk about local matters there. But anyway, a lot of things happening, a lot of things in the works. Now, let's talk a little bit about hey, San Francisco, right on. You are in our neck of the woods. We're definitely part of the West Coast region. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, because this live stream is just a test. It's our first test ever of YouTube live stream. This is just a test. I'm just gonna talk about, hey Palo Alto, I'm just gonna talk about a little of the gear. I'm gonna point it out so I can see your comments in case you guys have any questions. But again, I already mentioned these are the 3 cases that we pack, divided up into 3 different categories. Some of the other things I have, this is gonna drive you guys nuts because I'm gonna move the camera. Some of the other stuff that we have, this here is just the box closest to me is just a kind of a catch-all bag of equipment like zip ties, spare fluids, duct tape, baling wire, that goes in there. Hey, Brad from Sacramento. Then we have our tool kit, which is a base set of tools, and you see 2 separate tool kits. One is screwdrivers and pliers and things you may need to grab quickly, and then the other one over here is a complete socket set. And then the other cases over on this side, see this little box right here? This is the Make Breakfast Quick kit, this little box right here. That's an action packer. The reason we have this action packer is because if you drop into a camp spot after dark, you just want to basically crawl in your sleeping bag, and in the morning you don't want to unpack everything. So this little action packer, we can grab this out of the truck, out of the rig. Hey, Salt Lake City, we can grab that out of the rig, and we know we have our coffee, our oatmeal, water, and everything we need, fire, stove, everything we need for a quick breakfast to get back on the road fast. Yeah, so the quick breakfast box, you guys want that, because if you look at the rig, right, it's got everything we need. I mean, we can live out of this thing for months. Some of the Overland Bound members, they do live in their rigs for months. But when you just want a quick meal, when you just want to get up and hit the road, that little tiny box, which has breakfast in it, is really great. Okay, other obvious things, we have our water container there, and we do plan. We have a very conservative estimate of 2 gallons per person per day. If you remember, 2 gallons per person per day, you're gonna be fine for water. Now that's for everything, right? So some people will say you don't need 2 gallons per person per day, and it's true, but hey, Budapest, hungry? If you have that much water, you'll have everything for cooking, cleaning, drinking, any pets that you have. And if you're in an area where you don't have access to water, you have to err on the side of caution. So 2 gallons per person per day. Okay. All right, I see the UK, I see Oakley, California. Hi, guys. Some other things I'm going to point out. We have the high tents, rooftop tent up there. That's what's on the top. We've got shovel and axe mount. We have gas on the outside for a little bit longer range. We get 13 miles to the gallon, which isn't a lot, right? So we want to make sure that we have enough space or enough gas in the tank to get to the next stop. I see the hellos rolling in. Thank you. Now I do have a trailer hitch on the back of my rig that we don't use often. I really should take it off if we're going to be doing some rock crawling, but I do have that on there. It's been on there a long time. Truth be told, rooftop tent review. Yes, we're going to do that this upcoming weekend. That trailer hitch actually is rock protection. That's how I use it. Hey, Puerto Rico, good to see you. 13 miles per gallon average. That is average. And the funny thing about this inline 6 is I can load the truck down. It can be empty. I can be in all kinds of different, road conditions, and I get about 13 miles to the gallon, no matter what. Other things that I'm going to point out really quick is the essentials in terms of core gear. Some of the stuff I have, it's not the best. Like these, it's the best for me. I'm not talking about necessarily the quality. Who cares about gas? That's right, so long as you don't get stuck. These Plano cases are not very expensive. I've had them for 5 years. They're about 40 bucks. They're not very expensive. But you can't stand on them. They're not dust and waterproof. I get away with it because I'm in California, but it suits my needs. So we don't get the best gear for everything, right? We get, you know, the best gear in certain areas. You know, you'll see I've got MaxTrax there. Hi Germany. I've got MaxTrax there, which we use. And the Warn recovery kit, it's very heavy duty. I rely on it. We also have a Warn winch. And certain areas we do pick the best quality stuff because it is sort of core to overlanding. I would put body armor in that category. I would put suspension in that category. Hey, South Africa, we need more people in South Africa. You should contact me in the forums. We should work together. And I think that's about it. You guys know it's a dual swing out. That's what I've got. I've got the high lift jack there. I'm gonna start wrapping up now. I will mention the trip I'm packing for right now. We're gonna do a great 4-day trip, you know, to the Mojave Road. Next week we're gonna take off. We're gonna spend some time with Overland Bound members, and that's gonna be great. We're gonna have a little bit of downtime, be able to connect personally with folks, which will be fantastic. And the drawer system, since that question came in, what do I think about the drawer system? I don't have one yet. A lot of times people are surprised when they look at the inside of the Overland Bound rig. It's basically stock. It's very modest in terms of the interior configuration. We've got CB basic equipment, but I don't have a drawer system. I don't have a drawer system. So I'm not against drawer systems. Corey and I, we sleep in the back of the rig a lot of times because it's just her and I traveling. And so we will take some of the cases out, we'll throw our pads and sleeping bags in the back, and that's it. We're asleep instead of unpacking the tent, setting up a camp. So for that reason, haven't quite configured the pull-out drawer system. I may do it in the near future, but I want to figure out how I can also sleep in the back as well, right? If you're going long distance overlanding, sometimes it's good to be able to sleep incognito. You don't want people to know you're camping there. We can do that in the Overland Bound rig. It's if we pack things on the top, we put everything in the front seats, and it's crowded, but we can do it. I want to figure out how to maintain the ability to sleep inside if I get a drawer system. Okay, that's about it, you guys. This has been a fun test. Can you guys tell what my battery, it says 16% battery left. Is that me? Do I only have 16% battery left? Just curious. I'm gonna go back. I'll see how YouTube handled this live stream. If it's good, I'll do more of it, right? Because I like being able to connect with you guys and answer your questions. But I think that is about it. Somebody said, pack your rig live. That's a good idea. And I'm not ready to do it right now, but it's a good idea. Maybe I should. Right now, I think it would be a lot of dead time, right? As I like kind of ruffle through my stuff, and I'm not sure. Hey, Brian, by tech, what do you mean? I'm not sure it would be exciting if I just packed my rig right now. Okay, yes, we'll have fun. Hi, you guys. I second the pack live. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Venezuela, hello. All right, you guys, I'm gonna sign out now. The tech I'm bringing next weekend, Mojave Road. I don't know if this is what you meant, but we do bring all kinds of communications gear. Also, we take a lot of photos. Oh, time lapse. That's a good suggestion. Maybe I'll do it in time lapse. So lots of videography equipment we will bring. We do have a ham radio. We do have a CB. We have both. And maybe I'll install the ham radio. I actually got a great one that was sent to us. So I may install that today as well. All right, you guys, I'm going to say bye now. More of this in the future. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And till next time, outfit and explore. And I'll talk to y'all soon as I figure out how to hit finish. All right, bye, you guys.